Okay, so we have the Mill Street Seasonal Sampler set here. There's 6 different beers, 6 different percentages for me to be reviewing. And from Mill Street so far, I've had their coffee porter, which there is one in here. I've had that before. I've had their lemon tea beer before, which is a wheat beer, but it just to me tastes like a cold tea drink with a small amount of alcohol to it. And I've had their Belgium styled wheat beer before. Now of all the beers in here, there's all these different styles. There's one that's a lager, and I just want to say 3 of the beers in here you can buy one bottle of it on its own with a different glass for about 6 or 7 something. Otherwise, some of these beers you have to buy a 6-pack or a bigger case and for it, and you'll be spending anywhere between like $10 to $40, depending on like the bigger case you're buying, the more you gotta pay for it. So some of this stuff you only can get by the case at the beer store. Can't find all this stuff in the liquor stores, and it just is only if your beer store or liquor store has these sent to them. And then there's some of these beers in here that honestly, if it weren't for this case, I wouldn't even know that they exist. So I'm just gonna let you know, for this organic beer, there's no adjectives and all that stuff in it, no pesticides, no nothing. It's all organic ingredients, and they wanted to give this like a European kind of taste with their flavoring. So the hops in it apparently came from New Zealand, and then they're using some organic 2-row brewer's malt for the malt, and it has oh, never mind. I thought they were going to say something about, I thought there was something about the yeast. Over on their website for tasting notes, the millstreetbrewpub.ca website says the tasting notes are a light golden color, light floral hop aroma, pleasant malty biscuit taste with a well-balanced finish, very clean with no aftertaste. 3 things to tell you that I don't like about it before trying it. It's low in percent, 4.2. It's a lager, and you know, I've enjoyed some lagers, but it's far from my favorite style and won't ever be, I don't think. And because it's in a clear bottle. Now that's why I've never bought the case or the gift set of it before, because the glass looked like shit to me in it, and I was always thinking that the bottle would have been skunked, because you can see what the beer looks like before buying it, where with this one you have to like open up the case, as you can see there. At least it's 0.2% more than just 4, but that's not going to do much. But anyways, let's see what it's all about. This is the beer. Organic, lager, 341 milliliters, 12 ounces, 4.2. It's a Mill Street Brewery from the Mill Street in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The brewery won awards in 2007, 8, and 9. I don't know about other years, but that's what it says on the case. Anything to tell you? Pure, refreshing European-style beer, batch crafted from the finest organic ingredients. It takes 2 to 3 times longer to brew than ordinary beer. Light and crisp. It is cold aged for 5 smooth weeks, creating a creamy soft palate with a distinct clean finish. Okay, let's get into it. Cheers! Good hiss, good hiss. I got this Mill Street cap. So I've had 3 different beers of theirs. 2 out the bottle, 1 that's made in a can. Now we're going into this one. How am I going to do this? Just 1 sec. With mind control and still your soul, we can rise before we fall. Might as well put a box so we can place the camera. Then you can watch me pour it, folks. I've got that cat. Sorry about the length there, let's get into it. Using a John Molson glass for it. Ooh. Smells like a stinky lager. Like it's got that typical lager smell with some stinkiness. But then a few seconds later, I almost want to say cinnamon smell in my nose. Okay, cheers. The fuck? tiny little bug in my glass that's dead. You're gonna be laughing at me. Now I don't know if I fucked up the pour at all. Ew. I was just looking at that little bug. Get the fuck out of here, bug. Ew. Fuck you, Mill Street. Let's come back here. I've got a finger head fading away. Pale golden clear color. That's the carbonation. Fuck you, Mill Street, for that little tiny little small bug thing I had to pull out that was dead. Smell? Yeah, it just has a typical lager smell. Nothing really to it. So I'm going to dive in now. It's a little creamy. It's light. It's really smooth. Little like lemon biscuity sweetness there very lightly. And you can notice that the hops are there, but they're not there much. It's got a little bit of a water taste to it. It's a little bit of like a biscuity, malty, light citrus kind of a taste there, with some hops being present, but not too much taste-wise. But they do seem to show the fullness in the belly. Yep, each sip is crisp and clean with all what I said. It's 4.2. I've got nothing else to say. So for rating, I would not want a case of this. I don't know if I'd drink another one ever. It's heavy for a lager in the belly. It's just okay. I'll be generous and... Whoa. That flavoring was a tiny little bit gross. I'll be generous and give this a 2.3 out of 5. Nothing special, and it's 4.2%.